Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the ultimate countdown of the top 11 rock genres of all time. From the raw, powerful sounds of grunge to the timeless anthems of classic rock, we're covering the legends, the innovators, and the game changers that shaped rock music as we know it. But here's the catch. I want to know if you agree with this list. Stick around to see if your favorite genre made the cut, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a rockin' video. Let's get started. Number 11. Emo and Screamo. Emo emerged in the mid-80s as a subgenre of hardcore punk, but by the late 90s and early 2000s, it evolved into a more mainstream sound. Emo became known for its emotional lyrics, often focusing on themes of heartbreak, introspection, and angst. Bands like My Chemical Romance and Taking Back Sunday dominated the scene with their passionate performances and anthemic choruses. Emo was more than just music. It was a culture, with its own fashion and identity, influencing the generation that grew up listening to it. Fun trivia. Did you know that My Chemical Romance's The Black Parade album went platinum and is still considered one of the greatest emo albums of all time? Their theatrical style and dramatic flair helped bring emo into the mainstream. My Chemical Romance is often considered the greatest band in emo, with The Black Parade as their defining album, capturing the heart of the genre. Number 10. New Wave. New Wave rock was a breath of fresh air in the late 70s and early 80s, blending punk, electronic, and pop music into something entirely new. It was quirky, experimental, and visually driven. Bands like Depeche Mode, Duran Duran, and The Cure led the charge, combining catchy synth pop with edgy, avant-garde aesthetics. The genre's influence extended beyond music, shaping fashion, film, and art. Talking Heads brought an intellectual, artsy touch to the genre, while Blondie mixed new wave with disco and punk, creating iconic hits like Heart of Glass. Fun trivia. Did you know that Depeche Mode's Personal Jesus was the band's first track to chart on the Billboard Hot 100? It became a defining anthem of the genre, blending electronic with rock in a way that influenced countless bands. Depeche Mode is often regarded as the greatest band in new wave, with their innovative sound and massive influence in both the music and fashion world. Don't you understand? Oh, my little girl. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here. Is my world. I'll make your heart smile. I want somebody to share the rest of my life. Number 9. Pop punk. Pop punk is a genre that brings together the raw energy of punk rock with the catchy hooks and melodies of pop. Bands like Green Day, Blink-182, and Sum 41 helped shape the pop punk sound, delivering infectious tunes that were perfect for skateboards, summer nights, and rebellious youth. Pop punk exploded in the 90s with Green Day's Dookie turning them into global stars. By the 2000s, bands like Good Charlotte and The Offspring kept the genre alive, blending angst with youthful exuberance, creating songs that are still beloved by fans today. Fun trivia. Did you know that Green Day's American Idiot became a massive success not just as a rock album, but also as a Broadway musical? Its catchy punk pop tunes and politically charged lyrics resonated with an entire generation. Green Day is often considered the goat of pop punk, with Dookie and American Idiot remaining staple albums in the genre's evolution.
I'll keep setting up. I think I'm don't wanna be an American idiot. Yeah, till the end of time. So
Number 8. Punk rock. Punk rock was a revolution, a genre that emerged in the mid-70s as a reaction to the excesses of mainstream rock. Raw, fast, and rebellious, it was the perfect soundtrack for a disillusioned generation. The Ramones, with their fast-paced songs and stripped-down sound, were among the first to define punk rock. The Sex Pistols followed with their rebellious attitude and anti-establishment lyrics, bringing punk to the UK. The 80s saw Bad Religion and The Clash expand punk's reach, blending it with reggae, ska, and political messages, giving birth to new waves of punk subgenres. Fun trivia. Did you know that the Sex Pistols only released one studio album, Never Mind the Bollocks, but it's often cited as one of the most influential punk records of all time? Their anarchic energy and raw sound changed rock music forever. The Ramones are often hailed as the greatest punk rock band, with their raw, stripped-down sound defining the genre. Number 7. Nu metal. Nu metal emerged in the late 90s, fusing metal with elements of hip-hop, electronic, and alternative rock. Bands like Korn and Limp Bizkit became household names, combining heavy, downtuned riffs with rap-style vocals and electronic beats. Linkin Park took it a step further, blending introspective lyrics with powerful hooks that appealed to a broad audience. By the 2000s, nu metal had become a dominant force, with bands like Slipknot and Disturbed embracing a more aggressive sound while still keeping the genre's signature groove and raw energy. Fun trivia. Did you know Korn's self-titled debut album was a game-changer for the nu metal genre, setting the template for what would become a huge movement in rock music in the late 90s and early 2000s? Linkin Park is often considered the goat of nu metal, with their genre-defining album Hybrid Theory and their massive mainstream appeal.
this one goes out to the one I love. Fire. I'll put my eyes out. People get out.
Number 6. Alternative rock. Alternative rock came into prominence in the late 80s and early 90s, offering a different, more raw sound compared to mainstream rock. Bands like REM and Pixies paved the way, blending influences from punk, folk, and post-punk. However, Radiohead played a massive role in the genre's development. Their album OK Computer combined alternative rock with experimental sounds, showing that rock music could evolve and take on a completely new direction. Their unique approach to songwriting and production was revolutionary, influencing generations of artists. Fun trivia. Did you know that Radiohead's OK Computer is often cited as one of the greatest albums of all time? Blending alternative rock with elements of electronic music, and creating a timeless, groundbreaking sound. Radiohead is widely considered the GOAT of alternative rock due to their innovative sound, genre-defining albums, and constant reinvention of their music.
Every cowboy sings a sad song. Every rose has its. Oh no, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
Number 5. Glam rock and glam metal. Glam rock was known for its flamboyance and theatrical flair, with bands like David Bowie, T-Rex, and Queen dominating the 70s. This genre merged rock with glam fashion, glitter, and outrageous performances. In the 80s, glam metal emerged, combining the style of glam rock with the heaviness of metal. Bands like Motley Crue and Poison ruled the charts with their catchy anthems, big hair, and over-the-top stage presence. At the same time, Def Leppard and Bon Jovi brought a more polished sound to glam metal, making it accessible to a wider audience. Fun trivia. Did you know Motley Crue's Drive? Feel Good was their first album to hit No. 1 on the Billboard charts. Glam metal was more than just music, it was an entire lifestyle and aesthetic that defined the 80s. Queen is often hailed as the greatest glam rock band, with their larger-than-life performances and timeless music that transcended genres. Number 4. Heavy metal. Heavy metal has been the backbone of rock since the late 60s, with Black Sabbath laying the groundwork for the genre's sound: slow, heavy, and dark. The 70s saw the rise of bands like Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, who introduced faster, more complex riffs. By the 80s, Metallica and Slayer ushered in the era of thrash metal, combining speed and aggression with intricate guitar solos. Metal has continued to evolve, with bands like Pantera and Tool taking it to new extremes, while Ghost brings theatricality and a touch of the occult into the genre. Fun trivia. Did you know that Metallica's Master of Puppets was the first thrash metal album to go platinum? It's considered one of the greatest metal albums of all time and influenced countless bands around the world. Metallica is undoubtedly the GOAT of heavy metal, with their chart-topping albums, global influence, and massive fanbase that spans generations. Number 3. Grunge. Grunge rock exploded in the early 90s, with Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden and Alice in Chains leading the charge. It was raw, heavy, and unpolished, often dealing with themes of alienation, depression, and angst. Grunge embraced a more stripped-down sound, drawing from punk and metal, but with a heavier emphasis on emotional depth. Nirvana became the face of the genre with Nevermind, while Alice in Chains blended grunge with heavy metal, creating some of the most hauntingly beautiful music of the era. Fun trivia. Did you know that Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit was initially rejected by radio stations for being too raw and uncommercial? Now it's considered the anthem of a generation and one of the greatest rock songs ever. Alice in Chains is considered by many to be the goat of grunge, blending heavy metal with the raw emotions of grunge, crafting albums that still influence musicians today. Number 2. Hard rock. Hard rock is all about power, volume, and energy. Originating in the late 60s and early 70s, bands like Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, and The Who created a sound that was louder and more intense than rock had ever been before. In the 80s, bands like AC/DC, Aerosmith, and Guns N' Roses carried the torch with their high-energy performances and unforgettable riffs. Hard rock has always been about attitude, and it continues to resonate with fans of all ages. Fun trivia. Did you know that AC/DC, Back in Black is one of the best-selling albums of all time? Its hard-hitting sound and iconic riffs have made it a staple in hard rock. Led Zeppelin is widely regarded as the goat of hard rock, with their legendary albums and timeless influence on rock and roll. Number 1. Classic rock. Classic rock is the heart and soul of rock music, with its roots in the 60s and 70s. The genre includes the legendary sounds of the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, and the Doors. From the poetic lyrics of Bob Dylan to the blistering guitar solos of Jimi Hendrix, classic rock defined a generation. Its influence stretches far beyond music, shaping culture, fashion, and even politics. Fun trivia. Did you know that the Rolling Stones have been called the world's greatest rock and roll band? Their influence and longevity in the music industry are unparalleled, having survived decades of changing musical trends. The Beatles are universally considered the greatest rock band of all time, with their groundbreaking music and revolutionary impact on the industry. What do you think? Do you agree with our list of the top 11 rock genres? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have a favorite genre or band that didn't make the list? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on more awesome content.